What's up, guys? My name is Leo, and welcome back to episode 19 of the 10K to 25K challenge, where I'm turning $10,000 into $25,000 by day trading stock options in Thinkorswim. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the other episodes of this challenge, I'll put the links in my description down below in case you want to check them out. So last week was our first red week in a while. I got a little impatient and took a couple bad trades that I knew I shouldn't have, and we ended off the week with an $800 loss. So this week I'm going to really try to be more careful with my trades. That means I'm only going to look at setups that I really like. I'm going to keep my stop losses super tight, and I'm also going to be sizing down until I have a better idea of where the overall market is headed. So I hope you guys are excited for this week, and without any further ado, let's jump right in and start trading. So for today, I'll be watching Tesla on the break of this wedge. On Nvidia, I'm watching this wedge. And on mRNA, I'm watching this new high. So right now, I'm watching Tesla and Nvidia. I don't really want to chase these, but they do look kind of good. Alright, I'm looking at Nvidia here. I'm looking to scale in on this pullback. I'm in right here with 3 contracts. So I'm playing it pretty light just because I usually don't buy on pullbacks. Alright, I'm getting out here. I actually kind of like the way Nvidia is setting up to the downside. So I'm going to be looking at puts on this on the break of this uptrend. I'm going to get in right here with 3 contracts. Alright, there we go. Got a nice big drop there. See if we can take out these lows. Yep, there we go. Alright, I'm going to take out one right here. I'm going to take out another one right here. And I'll get out of the last one right here. Cool, so we made back our losses on Nvidia and came out with $89 profit. So that was a nice little trade. Alright, it looks like things are starting to get pretty choppy, so I'm going to call it a day right here. That's it for day 1. We came out with $82 profit. So those opening trades on Tesla and Nvidia would have been nice, but I just thought it was a little too risky to chase them, so I tried to stay away. But as you guys saw, I got FOMO, and I tried jumping into Nvidia on the pullback, but at that point it already lost all of its momentum, so I had to get out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2, and I'll try to be a little more disciplined with my execution. So for today, I'll be watching Tesla at these highs. On Amazon, I'm watching for the break of this downtrend into 3600. And on AMD, I'm watching for the break of these uptrends. So right now, I'm just watching Amazon. Alright, we got a nice pullback. Let's see if this comes back up. Alright, looks like we're getting pretty close here. Alright, I'm in this right here with 2 contracts. See if we can take out 3580. Yep, there we go. We just broke it. I'm going to take out 1 contract right here. Yeah, I'm going to get out here. So we ended up losing $45 on that trade. Now I'm watching AMD. Alright, I'm in this right here with 5 contracts. Shit, we just wicked above that consolidation. Yeah, I'm going to get out. Looks like I got in a little bit too early on that. Alright, I'm back in AMD right here with 5 contracts. Alright, there we go. We're starting to break out a little bit. We're wicking pretty hard though. I don't really like how this looks. Yeah, I'm just going to get out here. I'm looking to get back in pretty soon. Alright, I'm back in right here with 5 contracts. There we go. Alright, cool. Now we're starting to pick up some momentum. Let's see if we can take out that new high. I'm going to take out 1 contract right here. I'll take out another one right here. Alright, nice. We just broke that new high. I'm going to take out 1 right here. I'll take out another one right here. And I'm out of the last one right here. Sick. So we just made back all of our losses and came out with $78 profit. Looks like Amazon is coming back up, so I'm going to try to play this one more time. Okay, I'm in with 1 contract. Looks like we're starting to pick up some momentum. I'm going to have my stop loss right below these candles. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of this. Alright, it looks like things are starting to get pretty choppy, so I'm just going to call it a day right here. That's it for day 2. We came out with the $246 loss. So we got caught in the chop a few times today, but it's a good thing that I sized down because things could have definitely turned out a lot worse if I hadn't. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3, and hopefully we get some cleaner trades. So for today, I'll be watching Tesla on the break of this downtrend, and if it doesn't break, I'll be looking to play it to the downside. And on Nvidia, I'm watching 336. So right now, I'm just watching Tesla. Alright, cool. So we got a big pullback here. Let's see if it comes back up. Alright, I'm in this right here with 3 contracts. There we go. We just made a new high. I'm going to take out one right here. Alright, I'm going to get out here. Alright, cool. Good thing I got out there. Alright, Tesla's starting to look pretty weak, so I'm going to be looking to play this to the downside. Alright, I'm in right here with 1 contract. I'm playing this super light just because I think it's a little risky. Well, let's see what happens. Alright, cool. We're starting to pick up some momentum here. Let's see if we can take out this low. Alright, it looks like it's starting to pick up some strength, so I'm just going to get out right here. So now I'm actually going to be looking to play this to the upside. Alright, I'm in this right here with 1 contract. Doesn't look too strong to me. Yeah, I'm just going to get out here. I'm looking to play Tesla to the downside one last time. Alright, I'm in right here with 1 contract. Alright, cool. We're coming down here. Let's see if we can make a new low. I'll be looking to get out of this once we get down to 1140. So I'm holding it pretty long just because I'm only in with 1 contract. Alright, looks like we're bouncing pretty hard here, so I might have to get out. Yeah, I'm just going to get out here. I just don't like the way this is moving. Alright, well, I don't want to get caught in any more of this chop, so I'm just going to call it a day right here. That's it for day 3. We came out with $146 profit. So we got a nice little trade at open, but after that I got caught in the chop again, and we took a couple little losses. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 4, and hopefully we start getting some better trades. So for today, I'll be watching Tesla on this new low, and on Lucid, I'm watching for the break of this uptrend. So right now, I'm watching Tesla. Alright, we got a nice green candle here. Let's see if this goes red. Yeah, looks like it's coming back down. I'm in right here with 1 contract. There we go. I'm planning to hold this all the way until that new low. So we got a lot of room here. Alright, looks like we're bouncing, so I might get out of this. My stop loss is going to be right above this candle. So if this goes any further, I'll have to get out. Yep, I'm out. So we ended up losing 350 on that. It was a nice trade. I just didn't take profits because I wanted to hold it all the way until that new low. So it turns out that was a bad idea. Looks like Tesla is starting to get weak again, so I'm going to be looking for a re-entry soon. Alright, I'm back in right here with 1 contract. Alright, cool. We're starting to pick up that momentum to the downside again. I'm just going to get out here. Now I'm looking to get in for the break of 1080. Alright, I'm in right here with 1 contract. Getting pretty close here. Looks like we might be bouncing. I want to give it a chance though. I'm going to have my stop loss above these candles up here. Alright, it looks like this is just going to keep going. I'm out. Damn it, dude. Faked me out right there. That's so annoying. Oh my gosh. So now I'm waiting to get back in once we get to 1080. So for this one, I'm going to play it with 2 contracts, and it's going to be more of a scalp. Alright, I'm in this right here with 2 contracts. There we go. We just broke 1080. I'm going to sell one right here. And I'm going to take out the other one right here. So now we're green $63 for the day. I don't want to make any more mistakes, so I'm just going to call it a day right here. That's it for day 4. We came out with $58 profit. So I tried to keep my trades a little bit looser today so I could hold through the chop and let them hit my targets. But I got scared out a couple times and we took some pretty big hits. But I'm glad that we were still able to catch a few nice trades and finish the day green. So this morning there were a few setups, but they all looked a little bit sketchy to me, so I decided to play it safe and just not take any trades for today. So that's it for week 19. We started with $18,677, and now the account is at $18,718. So that's $41 profit, which is pretty much just break even. So it was a pretty weird week, but that's just the way it is sometimes. You're not always going to get the best trades, especially when the market is acting as crazy as it is right now. So in my opinion, the best thing to do under these conditions is to just play it safe and size down until things start looking good again. And I'm hoping we'll start to recover next week, but you never really know what's going to happen, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching episode 19, and I'll see you next week for episode 20. Peace.